You know, Vermeil in gold is not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's actually, so far for the first episode, pretty fucking decent. Is it vermeil or vermeil? Because it's spelled like vermeil, but I think Alto was pronouncing it vermeil. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with vermeil because she's fire. I love shit like this. I love shit like this when they introduce a demon that lives off of mana and the little backstory. The little backstory is just enough to like make you interested because we're following around Alto Goldman, I think his name is, if I'm not mistaken. And you know, they make him out to be somebody whose grades are really good, but when it comes to the summoning aspect for a familiar, he sucks. He can't summon a familiar to save the life of him. So he's been fretting about, you know, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get a familiar? It never works. You know, it's the cliche, I walk into the library and a book mysteriously falls out of nowhere, which I'm curious if somebody like pushed the book out because that's what it looked like, or she inched out herself because she felt the mana presence. Could be, could not be, who knows, right? It's funny, right? Like, it's got some cool shit to it. It's got some like kooky shit to it. He was just like, man, I hope a familiar book doesn't fall out of nowhere on me, and it does, bro. It's kind of lovable so far. So he's got a friend, her name is Lilia, and you know, that's the childhood friend who's in love with the MC. But majority of the times when we look at childhood friends who are in love with the MCs, that never truly happens, right? It's like on occasion that shit happens. But I ain't gonna lie, in this situation, I would 100% fall in love with this demon, bro. But you know what I'm saying? That's just me. She attempts to comfort him through his woes, and you know, he goes about finding the book. Well, the book finds him. He goes home and summons Vermeil, who is a demon, right? Like a legit demon. A fine demon at that. And man, I would have legit been in heaven. Or hell. Heaven? Or hell. I don't know which one it is for this demon, but like, yeah, I would have been in there. The interesting thing about this pairing is she said that his mana is too potent, which is why he was able to summon her with no problem, right? But that's what I want to talk about. She said that the reason that familiars would be terrified to like make a contract with him is that his mana is too potent. So what does that entail? Why is his mana too potent? Who is he, right? Like, is he like a descendant of some crazy fucking wizard that was like ridiculously fucking strong or some shit? Is his family like a secretly strong mage family or some shit? And he's just like the special case? Could be. I'm very interested to find out where they go with this. So he introduces her to the school. People are flipping out because she's hot, right? Like, you can't, dog, I'm telling you, y'all not gonna put me in this situation, and I'm not gonna like push everybody aside for her. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, because you get interested in things like this because you want to learn more about said demon, why she was sealed away, why were you so willing to make a contract with me? And Lilia was not having that shit, bro. Lilia was not having that because, like I said earlier, man, it's the childhood friend. So you know how childhood friends be, bro. Like, they be mad, hey man, get off of blah 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 type shit, right? So it makes sense. And she ends up challenging him to a duel. And I knew from rip, like, this was a bad fucking idea. You know what I mean? This was a terrible fucking idea. But you know, it is what it is. They end up scrapping on this tall ass staircase, and everybody is enjoying the view because that's a part of the school rules. When challenged to a duel, you have to battle in a restricted area. And I'm assuming that the area they were in was the restricted like zone or whatever, like a place where battles like go down at all the time. So I think that's gonna be a familiar sight to us, right? Like, we're gonna constantly see this all the time because people are gonna challenge him to duels because of her, and you know, etc, etc. Somebody might try to steal her from him, and it might be one of those, you're never gonna take Vermeil from me because, you know, she's too important to me type shit. There's some things that I'm super interested to know, like, was his family a reason that she got sealed? That would be sick. Alto, Vermeil, and Lilia end up scrapping up top, and Lilia has Sylphiette, you know, and we hear Sylphiette all the time in a lot of other anime. You know, she is a powerful, like one of the most powerful wind spirits, except for in Mushoku Tensei. I mean, she does learn to use wind magic in Mushoku Tensei, but that's neither here nor there. And Lilia thought she had the upper hand. And Vermeil, I don't know what she did. Maybe she did some ultra horny stuff, which I could see happening. I don't think she's a succubus though, right? I didn't see wings, so I don't think she's a succubus. She's just a very sexual demon, and I'm here for it. And we take the victory. The deal was the loser has to do whatever the winner says, and Alto wanted was for them two to be friends, which, you know, that's always the cliche route, and honestly that's not bad. It's good enough to where you want to figure out just what the real deal is behind Vermeil. I love that type of shit, right? Like, I love interesting story, bro. Like, I love the small things, because you want to figure this shit out. Sometimes you don't mind wading through like bullshit, and honestly this ain't gonna be bullshit because I like the animation style so far and I like Vermeil. Alto may be your typical weenie MC, right? Like, he may be that, but I think there's gonna be more to him than meets the eye, and that's always the case. I want to know more about his mana and why it's too potent. I want to know what else Vermeil is looking for, because she said the only way she can really get mana from him is like through bodily contact, and kisses and, you know, sexual intercourse are like the easiest ways for that to happen. Oh shit, I deadass just described a succubus, huh? Well, I guess what I said earlier is kind of awkward. I want to know like what her main goal is too, because she's not just gonna pop out, get mana from him, be willing to, you know, subject herself to being a familiar because she's supposed to be an OD demon, and not have like ulterior motives. But I think it's gonna be one of those cases where what she wants goes away, you know, like in case she wanted to take over the fucking world or some shit, and you know, she ends up like settling down a little bit and becoming more human than demon by the end of the series. You know, it could be one of those. But yeah, this is actually a little more enjoyable than I thought it would be. Obviously, you guys know I'm here for the horny. That is my one true goal. But like everything else, honestly, like I'm here for it. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of you that are like, hey man, it's super basic and, you know, whatever. Who gives a shit, right? We're here to enjoy this shit. Leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new. I'm dead ass getting videos out every day now. It feels good, right? Like, it feels really good. I'm a little more chipper than usual because I actually had a half a cup of coffee today. And y'all know I had a stint with caffeine, and they told me I'm allowed to have a half cup. So I'm sticking with that. That being said, it's your boy, xDomoSenpaix, and I will catch you guys in the next video.